so sorry.
Some of my favorite restaurants would have to be Summer House, Blue Door, Left Coast, Mahalo,
LPQ, and Toast. Like, Leah and I go a lot for, like, breakfast or, like, lunch or something like that.
A lot of it has to do with the scenery, and when the scenery inside's really beautiful, it attracts.
That's, like, the one picture that you see a lot, like, all over social media is girls in front of the Mahalo sign.
The food itself is really pretty, and, like, the restaurant's really pretty, too. So, like, the atmosphere is really good for pictures, and then, like, the food that you get is really pretty, too.
Yeah.
I would say that that's similar to Summer House. Like, they have this really beautiful, like, blue sign that says yes, and I know a lot of girls will take photos in front of there.
It's also, like, really good food. Like, all the restaurants that we're saying, like, we go for a reason, and there's, like, there's definitely, like, staples. Like, there's poke bowls, and there's avocado toast, and those are a lot of, like, common foods that I guess are kind of trendy right now.
Yeah.
Well, for sure this restaurant is like at the top because it's really good for birthdays.
Yeah, that's where we come for birthdays.
Yeah, a lot of like our friends will go here for their birthdays for a birthday dinner.
Left Coast is also like really popular just because it's like easy to just like sit in there, like hang out with your friends, and like the food is also like really good.
I think in all honesty, it's like about the appearance of things.
Right.
Like if we kind of go and like you kind of always take a Snapchat or an Instagram or something of the food and like where you're eating at. So.
A place that I would really want to go, but I can't yet, would be a restaurant in Italy or in another country. Okay, is that bad? Like a club or something.
In Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago. Maybe like a club or something, but like with no alcohol.
A restaurant that like maybe I would want to go to, but I can't, is maybe like a really nice restaurant. Maybe in the Willis Tower, something like that, the top floor.
The 95th, it's so good.
I really want to go there, but I haven't been able to. She's fine with it because she'd rather have me doing that than like sit at home and like be watching Netflix or something.
My mom's definitely into me going out with friends, but I do have to say that like in all honesty, I think it gets like pretty pricey to go out to like, because we go to like pretty nice restaurants for 15-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And like that money's kind of usually coming from your parents, and I think like my mom is totally into it. But the idea that you have to like come up with the money to go to like brunch every day, especially like during summer break or something like that, like you spend so much money going to nice restaurants.
Just for food,
I would say that my mom's pretty supportive of me going to like new restaurants, trying new things, but yeah, the prices sometimes can be a little like, sometimes my mom will be a little hesitant to give me some money to use at a restaurant.
There's really no no-nos or like pet peeves about any restaurants. Even like fast food restaurants are like almost not encouraged, but they're not shamed, because like fast food restaurants are kind of where you would go to hang out. Like with friends, like McDonald's is a big one. So that's where like you go as a group, and then like usually when you're with your like girlfriends, you go out to like the nicer restaurants. No.
Sometimes.
I mean, honestly, they make a lot of fun of us for, I think, for like filming stuff. It's kind of a joke.
You'll see guys more at like McDonald's than you ever would like at Jellies.
All because they don't like care about like the whole like aesthetic thing. Like, they care less if
They just want food.
With the lighting, when you have like a really cool blue light like you do in here, like that always just makes the picture look pretty for that.
We always think about what we're wearing. So like if you're not wearing something that's like for a photo, you don't really take a photo. And then if you are wearing something like really cute, you'll post on Instagram. And then if you're not, it'll just go on like your Snapchat story. And it's kind of just like, they're almost like set rules that no one really says out loud, but you just kind of know like what to do. And so when you're out to dinner, you like, as long as the lighting's good and everyone is okay with it, you take a video of you and their food and you post it on your Snapchat story. And if the picture looks good enough, you post it on Instagram.
Instagram's more of like a, not huge occasion, but like if you go out to a birthday dinner or something with your friends, then I feel like you'd obviously like post a picture from that. But Snapchat's more like a daily kind of post, where like if I'm eating right now, I could take a picture of the food and post that on my story, but I wouldn't necessarily post that on my Instagram.
And I feel like Instagram's more or less a sort of like following in essence, a competition. Like, you want to get followers because people can see how many followers you have, and like the ratio between how many people you're following and your followers is kind of important. But on Snapchat, once again, it's so personal that it doesn't really matter.
And then as well as that, I think like likes and comments on Instagram, like, you know, you of course like deep down, you know, you're gonna want to have like a lot of likes or a lot of comments or a lot of followers, but for Snapchat, like none of that matters.